I think music streaming is basically the ability to hear your favorite song whenever you want to. But I think that radio is an interactive experience where you get to hear the opinions of what's happening in our music industry by professionals that have been doing this like a really, really long time. Last time I listened to, Spotify or Apple Music, there's nobody hosting the music. And I think that's the difference. The difference is radio actually hosts the music and gives you feedback and gives you takes and streaming doesn't do that. We're connected to the community. Like the cool thing about our music is it is so, in a lot of cases, it's localized. If you listen to music in LA, it sounds like LA. If you listen to the radio in New Orleans, it sounds like New Orleans. If you listen to New York versus Atlanta, New York is going to sound completely different than what you're going to hear on a radio station here in Atlanta. And it's because you have to cater to the local vibe.
What are my thoughts on music streaming and its effect on terrestrial radio? I don't think it's had that much of an effect at all because streaming, while it does add a lot of choices to the platforms, nothing can really replace real radio. I mean, it's always instant. With streaming, with the content, if something were to happen, like right now with this microphone, say if something were to happen in this building right now, by the time it gets to the stream, I've already talked about it. Real radio, terrestrial radio, as people call it, is live. And that is why I think it's been able to survive. Not only that, but Sirius, XM, podcast, all those things, because it's live. And you could change just like that. You can go live.
The difference between terrestrial radio and digital radio, I feel like, right now it's a great space for both. I feel like people are trying to make them, enemies against each other. And really, you can use it to your benefit, right? Because obviously, as we all know, terrestrial radio is not going anywhere because it's, the 5-finger discount. It's free, right? Anybody can get it. You can always listen to it. But, when it comes to the more digital streaming platforms, it's coming and it's growing faster than ever, right? With AI and things of that nature. One thing that I've been able to implement within my own personal radio shows and also being out just in the community with hosting and things of that nature is using both, right? So my younger demo may follow me on Instagram, but they might not listen to me on their radio shows, right? But I make sure I tell my younger demo, hey, boom, let your parents know, because your parents have cars. They're mobile. They're listening to the radio, right? So I feel like, being able to use both to their benefits, right? Using the power of being able to have somebody in South Africa promote that, hey, my radio show is here.
Digital is very imperative. That's why it's here, because we have the world in the palm of our hands, which is amazing. I love it. But that's why terrestrial radio also gives you the opportunity to stream, like on postedonthecorner.com. You can listen to terrestrial radio while you're at your desk, or if you're out of state or, just out of the country, you can take us anywhere you go. So it's all on us to stand up with the times of streaming. Now, however, streaming has its benefits, but also terrestrial radio has its benefits as well. I think the two, there's a space for both terrestrial radio and digital, just like, a Coke product and a Pepsi product. It's all on your preference.
It's important to touch the people. It's vital, especially when it comes to radio. You can't really get those same type of feelings. People can't call up and tell you how much they love your show, or being stopped out like, oh my God, are you DJ Mrs.? Like, I listen to your show. That's a different feeling than just popping on your phone and just rocking and rolling. Like, no shade to the people that have their podcasts and everything like that, like on Apple Music and everything, but you can't really get in tune or in touch with them people. You can't call them up. You can't give your opinion. We keeping the phone lines open for the people to talk. It's very important to touch the people. Main reason why radio is gonna last is if we just stay with the culture. Like, we gotta grow with the time.